Hey everyone, it's Michelle and I am back this week. Thank you for being so understanding last week. I just had a lot thrown at me, so I couldn't make a video, and you guys were so understanding. It was awesome. Yeah, I typically make my videos on Sundays and then post them on Mondays, and Sunday was just packed with stuff last week, and Monday it went downhill. So I needed the break, the week to like get me back up. Um, yes. So before I start this video, I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. I think we have a lot of subscribers, so thank you all of you because our channel is really for you guys, and as much as it is us becoming a team and relying on one another through our recoveries, it's also through reaching out and knowing that we're important, and by helping people, um, that that's what we like doing. That's why we like making these videos, or at least why I like making these videos. But basically, what wanted to say was one, thank you to the new subscribers. Two, if you are part of the Together We Are team, I know Anna Girl Empath had just sent out a massive message, so go check that out and reply to that. Yes. So without further ado, I have an introduction of somebody quickly who wanted to be in this video, a little shout out, and then the actual purpose of this video. Okay, so I have another friend, stuffed animal. Eeyore's just chilling in the background there. But I have a shout out to all of our subscribers in England, and all of our friends there as well. I have a Paddington bear from Paddington Station that I bought while I was there this past spring. So he says hi to you all and is wishing all of our friends in England a righty good old time. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get my London purse back there, so it's good stuff. Okay, the purpose of this video is to talk. I know a lot of the times we talk about eating disorders in general, we talk about food, and we talk about handling situations and handling food. And I feel like we need a little break from that right now, because I know with Thanksgiving just ended with in the United States and the holidays coming up, it's a lot of food stuff being thrown at us and things are just going crazy. And I think we need to talk about something else that it's kind of an interesting topic, and I'm sorry to all of our male subscribers out there, but this one's specifically for the ladies. I want to talk about periods, menstrual cycles, all of that fun stuff. This video is specifically for those who are still having their periods. If you have lost your period, like, you can still watch the video, but it's kind of more tailored to people to deal with their periods while suffering from an eating disorder and on the way to the recovery, and how to like avoid setbacks with your period. So I want to give some basic stuff about periods that I'm sure all of you guys know, but just need reiteration. And then I want to talk about it in regards to your eating disorder. So, menstruation happens once a month for women, approximately like every 20 some days. And basically, it is your uterus shedding an egg, basically, is what it is. And during that time, your body, because it is going to be losing so much iron and so much blood and so much, like, you're just like losing a lot during that time. It's necessary that your body builds up and eats more and has more energy and more like fat. It's not fat, it's like a healthy fat, to make sure that you're not fatigued and you're not like just weighed down and everything isn't like super hard for you to do. And so it is customary that before a woman gets her period, she does gain a few pounds, and she notices that she can eat all this food without like freaking out, like she'll just start eating all this stuff. So, to somebody with an eating disorder and they find themselves constantly in this monthly cycle of as soon as your period hits, you start eating more and you don't know why, and you think that you're losing control. For those with a like anorexic type eating disorder, um, you when I know with me, when I feel like I'm losing control, I go into panic mode, and then I want to shut out food completely. I want to get full control back over my life. But again, something that I want to reiterate is the fact that your body, because it is shedding blood, it's shedding iron, which is necessary for like your body, and it's shedding so many other like electrolytes and all that stuff, that it's necessary to make sure that you are eating and basically being kind to yourself during your period, because sometimes it is like a thought that I had to like restrict and fight as hard as I could so that I would lose weight. And like, because I would always get on the scale during my period and I would be a few pounds heavier. And it's not because I was losing weight, it's because, I mean, it's not because I was gaining weight. It's because typically the way a woman's body is supposed to work is it's supposed to gain these few pounds every month. And that, if you like don't weigh yourself for the duration of your period, then you're going to be at the exact same spot at the end. The only thing is, it's the way your body is processing things. And the way that it does it is it needs to take in food, especially if you're malnourished. So it keeps taking that in. For somebody who has a bulimic type eating disorder and finds themselves around their period binging and binging more often and then feeling the need to purge, sorry, I was like all cut up on words, feeling the need to purge, then it's definitely vital to remember that your body is, it's naturally like supposed to do this, you know? And yes, you are inclined to eat more food, but with binging, as opposed to just the sudden weight gain, food increase that comes with your period, is because like I'm trying to I don't know, like I'm trying to think of how to explain this well. Um, your body is already okay. Your body's already losing, as I said, it's losing much blood, it's losing iron, all that. And if you are on a cycle where you are binging and purging during your period, not only are you losing all of that iron and you're losing like all the blood cells, but you're also losing electrolytes through self-induced vomiting. You're losing different nutrients that your body is thriving for, and it could result in serious medical complications, because your body is so like, during a woman's period, it's when it's most necessary to get the nutrients in, basically. And so by giving it and then taking away, it's just messing up the body, and it can severely harm you. The thing I think to remember when it is time for your period would be, one, don't weigh yourself. Like, I know it is so hard, and I have so much trouble doing that. But the thing is, if you realize that the whole process of menstruation is to make sure that your body is able to have children, is what it is. And if you are regularly getting your period and you keep weighing yourself and then you're restricting, you're damaging your health, and in turn you could be damaging your reproductive organs, which could make you sterile or just unable to have children. It could also damage like your blood system, because you're already losing so much blood, so that if you like are purging and you purge out blood, you could lose a severe amount of blood at a given time, which would lead to hospitalization. And I'm not trying to scare you guys, I'm just trying to be honest. But yeah, so don't weigh yourself. I would wait until the end of your period, because then your weight I'm sure some of you women have noticed towards like the end of your period, you're not as hungry and you're not eating as ravenously as you were in the first few days. It's because your body is settling down to what it was before. It's not like, oh, I'm going to keep eating and keep eating and keep eating. It's like I'm going to keep eating while I specifically really need it to make sure that my body is able to bear children and that it is healthy. And so I think that's definitely something to keep in mind. Don't weigh yourself. Yes. The other thing is to be kind to yourself during your period by restricting and becoming so obsessed and anxious over how many calories you're eating in a day or what your weight is or when the next meal is. That causes so much stress and anxiety, and in a time where your body is already fatigued, it's already working itself crazy as opposed to how it normally would. I think that it's vital to be kind to your body. Maybe relax, don't exercise as much, and just like chill, you know? Not saying to stop all things and like, you're like, huh, I have my period, I'm not doing anything. Like, that's not right. But to know the difference between being lazy and taking care of yourself in a way that is relaxing, because sometimes we need relaxing. Like, we need to just sit down and do nothing, basically. Yes, so because this video is getting very long, I will say goodbye to you, and my Paddington Bear is going to say goodbye to you guys too. He likes what we talked about. But it was definitely an interesting topic that I think hopefully got across to you guys. So I will see you guys next Monday, and keep sending in your comments and any questions you have that you want us to address. One of the girls or myself would be more than willing to answer it. Yeah, okay, bye from us.